Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today playing some Chien-Pao Baxcalibur, but putting into it Pidgeot EX. So this is a deck that's very budget accessible. You probably have all these cards. There's the, right there was the Chien-Pao deck on the Battle Pass. The Pidgeot EX is a terrific card. You get that on the basic Battle Pass. You get one on tier 2, I think it is on the basic Battle Pass. You get a second one, I believe, on tier 4. For this build, it's just a 1/1 line. So you might have it prized, but that's a risk you run. I think you could. I've seen lists that play 2/2 line as well. I think the 1/1 is fine though. So Pidgeot EX, if you're not familiar with it, it's largely here for the quick search ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than one quick search ability each turn. So the other reason you play more than one more than one Pidgeot EX in your deck is for concern of one being prized. And of course that can happen, but then you just can make do without it, right? A terrific ability, right? Great ability. The attack's not bad. You can still use that. Does 120 for 2 and can discard a stadium. But generally, we have better attackers in this deck. It is a stage 2 EX, 280 HP, so fairly tanky. We do need Rare Candy to get it up and evolved. But a deck like this, because we play Baxcalibur, we already have Rare Candy, so it really fits in nicely in any, I think, Rare Candy deck. So one Pidgey, one Pidgeot EX, 3 Chien-Pao EX. This is a Chien-Pao attacking deck. Doesn't play Palkia V-Star, which I do like in the Chien-Pao deck as well, but I think deck space does become an issue once you put the Pidgeots in. So I think just give up on, just set aside the Palkias, don't worry about it. So Chien-Pao is a terrific attacker, 220 HP, basic EX, gives up 2 prizes. It's got the Shivery Chill ability, right? Once during your turn, if the Pokemon's in the active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy, put them in your hand, shuffle your deck. So terrific there because we need to get energies in play. And then can do big damage with Hailblade for 2 water energies. Does 60 damage per water energy that you discard from your Pokemon in play. It doesn't necessarily need to be from Chien-Pao, but needs to be somewhere on your side of the board. So very good. 3 of those. And then a 3/3 Baxcalibur line, no stage 1s, which is generally how it is. Baxcalibur, again, we can attack with it. 3 energy to some 130 off the stage 2, but it's here for Super Cold, which is a great ability as often as you like during your turn. You may attach a basic water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Water just has these great tools. Chien-Pao draws energies, hits for big damage. Baxcalibur, just accelerate as much energy as you want, as you can get from your hand. So super good. And we play Lumineon V, another terrific water card, which obviously goes in a lot of different decks, not just water decks, because it's really here for Luminous Sign. You play it from your hand to your bench. You search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and then put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. So a great ability. Comes in very clutch in this deck. You can attack with it, 120 for 3 energy, shuffles back in your deck. So, obviously that there may be times in the game when that's the play too, get it out of the way as a target. And then Radiant Greninja, again, a great draw Pokemon for its ability, concealed cards. You may discard an energy from your hand to use the ability, draw 2 cards, so very good there. And of course, Moonlight Shuriken attacks quite good too for 3 energy. It does 90 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. You do have to discard 2 energy. That's the downside, but very good for its ability and attacking situationally, right? You don't stream those attacks a lot because you will run into energy problems. A very nice option there. In one Manaphy with the Wave Veil. Another water Pokemon because those things are great, but it's not there for the attack. Doing 20 for 1 isn't going to get you very far, but prevents damage to your bench Pokemon from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Super good ability. Play 10 basic water energies, right? That's what you expect. Just basic water energies with a deck like this. Getting into the list, we can play a few one-ofs, of course, because of the Pidgeot EX. So one Hisuian Heavy Ball, search for a basic Pokemon, and look at your face-down prize cards, put a basic Pokemon in your hand, and put this back if you wish. 2 Escape Ropes, 2 Skaters Park, right? Great for Chien-Pao. Baxcalibur, when a Pokemon retreats, you put any basic energies that would be discarded from it into your hand instead of the discard pile, so we can accelerate them with Chien-Pao. 4 Irida, super good for this deck, right? Search for a water Pokemon and an item card. Lots of good water Pokemon. Lots of items we need. In particular, we need the rare candies for one of the things, So you can grab the Pokemon you need and the rare candy, and you're good to go. 3 Nest Ball, 4 Battle VIP Pass to set up, 2 Ionos, right? Very, very useful card there. 4 superior energy retrieval. Discard 2 cards from hand, put up to 4 basic energy cards from the discard pile into your hand. So just really good. We need those energies. Chien-Pao, we're doing big damage turn after turn, so need to get those energies back. 1 Super Rod puts mix up to 3 combination of Pokemon and or energy from the discard pile into your deck. 1 Lost Vacuum lets you get rid of a tool or stadium from play. You have to lost zone a card to do this. 3 Ultra Balls, 4 Cross Switchers. You could play Boss in the deck, and you could replace the Cross Switcher with 2 bosses. But Cross Switcher I like here because it doesn't use up your supporter for turn. You can still use your item. Since it's just an item, you can still play supporter. With Pidgeot EX, we should be able to get the second Cross Switcher on a regular basis, so we can utilize that. So really do like it here. 1 Canceling Cologne can be very useful to shut down your opposing Manaphy for one thing before Greninja or something else. And again, Pidgeot EX helps these one-ups because you need to get Canceling Cologne the right turn. Now we have the potential to do it in 4 rare candies because we just need lots of them for our Baxcalibur and our Pidgeot. So that's the list. Let us jump in and play, right? Chien-Pao Baxcalibur has been a solid deck for a bit. Now with Pidgeot EX, I think it may take it up to the next level where it becomes a super strong deck, even in the IRL world. So we'll see what happens here with the coin toss. And, we will see what happens. So, obviously, we want to go first as an evolution deck. So we get to go first. That's good. Now, we can't Irida, so it decreases our odds of Battle VIP Pass. But otherwise, going first is great. This is nice. Chien-Pao, Battle VIP Pass. We can get all the pieces we need in play. We have an Ultra Ball for next turn. Irida. This is a super, super good hand. Might get disrupted by Iono or Judge. You never know. But we might not, too. We have all the pieces to pull off, I think, our first 2 turns. Right? We Chien-Pao. I get down. So they're playing my sleeves. I'm playing the wrong sleeves too, aren't I? So grab. So I need a Frigibax and Pidgey. Let's just take a look. Yep, have both those. Have the Pokemon I need in the deck. I'm not going to dig for Radiant Greninja. Just boom, boom, there. I'll attach. And I'll end turn, right? Radiant Greninja would be useful. I forgot to change my sleeves. I see my opponents playing the sleeves I like, so good for them. Excellent taste. Bad job on me for not getting the right sleeves for the deck. But we'll see how things go. So they have Irida. Probably grab a Battle VIP Pass. That is the nice thing with going second. If that Chien-Pao stays in the active, ooh, they grab. Wow. Okay, well that's wow. I'm probably not going to Iono them. I probably can't. I would love to Iono them because they just got the cards they need for next turn, right? Irida, they can't play either of those cards this turn. So they're saying, don't Iono me. If you do, you ruin everything I'm trying to do. Well, wow. Okay, so that is bizarre, I got to say, because they did not get a second Pokemon to play, right? So it seems, so I need Rare Candy and I need Baxcalibur. So Baxcalibur, Rare Candy, I can get my Pokemon with, I don't need to switch. So I'll get rid of the switch cards. And I will grab the Pidgeot EX. Do not use the Rare Candy till I get the Pidgeot, because you could Rare Candy the Baxcalibur, and then you can't. Oh, I guess that would have worked too. I guess that's true. I didn't need to make that extra step, but it sets me up better, right? This is. I'm just thinking through the deck wants to work. I didn't think through that was an unnecessary step this turn. In case for some reason I can't get the knockout, but I can't imagine that I'm going to fail on that. So let me just accelerate all my energies and knock out my opponent. I'll just toss all the energies on the active, make life simple. And I will just swing away once it lets me. Right? The game has these weird kind of delays, so I can just click. Sometimes you got to drag, sometimes you can click. So boom, 360. I didn't need to do all those. I needed to do 4 energies, right? I could, that was the play, assuming the game wasn't going to end. Discard 4 energies, keep 2 still on the Chien-Pao. So boom, deck set up super well. My opponent, I think they could have planed it out a little bit. Look, I don't know what they had. But they certainly could have grabbed a basic water Pokemon with the Irida. I have to assume, right? I assume they could have benched another basic Pokemon. Maybe they felt like it just didn't matter, that they would just had to hope I couldn't knock them out. I don't know. But the Baxcalibur without the basic to evolve from did them no good. So I don't understand what happened there. So let's see what happens in this game. All right, so my opponent's choosing. I'll probably go second this game. A much stiffer challenge for sure. Getting the Pidgeot up. Most of the time thus far with the 1/1 line, I'm finding I'm successful in getting the Pidgeot evolved. Having the 4 Irida super good in the deck. I even certainly don't mind using Lumineon V to get it. Taking a decent number of mulligans with this deck. And that's okay, too. It's not starting the Pokemon I want. Let's see what I'm up against. So, Mew, and I think I didn't pay attention. I assume I'm going first, and I might just lose this game right out of the bat. We'll see what happens. Yeah, not looking great here. So, I will attach, end turn. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Not looking good. I don't have any Pokemon search. I have to top deck something and hope my opponent doesn't do much. I mean, obviously, if my opponent gets what they need, they will donk me this game. They definitely have that potential, right? They need to get. So that's a card they need to get the donk for sure. That's a big plus. I don't know what they're going to grab with that if they don't have anything else useful in hand. They would love to save it for at least a Sparkle, but they also need an energy to attach. They need at least a Sparkle, energy to attach, and they have game. That's it, right? Yeah, they need to get 2 energies on the Meloetta, just 1 Fusion Strike energy in play, and they have it. So, okay. I mean, you want to, as your opponent, my opponent, they want to save their Forest Stone Seal Stone, Forest Stone Seal. Is that right? I'm losing it here, aren't I? Yeah, Forest Seal Stone. They want to save that for grab the last piece that they need. Bent in the Ice Cube. They're trying to thin to maximize the draw at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're just drawing 1 card here. So that's not great. Oh, no, they're using their Forest Seal Stone. Okay, I don't know what they're going to grab. We'll find out. Might want to research at least a Sparkle. Do they have the energy in hand? If they have the energy in hand, they have game, and that's okay. We'll see what happens. Right, energy. They need to attach from hand. That's what they need, and they have the knockout. They're doing 140 at least. Honestly, they could attach a DTE from hand also, which would be fine. So they're thinning. Get rid of 2 cards. Grab that Genesect V, and hope they hit it. So they're going to draw 5 cards. So they have a decent chance. Obviously, they play Cramomatic 2, I assume, in the deck, which I haven't seen yet. They played 1 Switch Cart. All right. Well, they're not gonna, they missed the donk, so that's good. Oh man, that was just no. They're gonna take me out. Okay, they're gonna take me out with him. So no, they're gonna miss the knockout. What are they doing? Wow. I mean, they had the knockout with Meloetta. All they had to do was attach to Meloetta, and they had the knockout. That's it. They had the donk, because Meloetta does 140 minus. I might still concede because I have nothing here, right? I don't, you know, my opponent had game, so I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, you let me know. So I'm just gonna quit because I got nothing. I have a lot of nothing there. So jump into another game. If I keep all these games in the video, it is game number 3. We'll jump into, see what we can do. One game where my opponent, honestly, both games my opponents played a little bit oddly. Now, my rank is pretty low right now. Not that far into the season. My rank never gets that high. And I've been messing around with some different decks a little bit. Haven't had time to play a lot of games also. So I have not been playing a lot of strong decks. This is a good deck. I've been playing Fortress EX decks, which I think are a lot of fun. I really want Fortress EX to work. I understand it's an uphill battle, and Fortress EX probably is never going to be that good. If there gets to be some good grass Pokemon, it could be good, right? 5 energies is a lot. 5 energies, give up 2 prizes. It's not a bad trade-off. The fact that they're only grass, basic grass, makes it difficult, right? There's the one that expanded, but that is not restricted to basic Pokemon. So each taking a mulligan. Going to take another mulligan. So up against Charizard. Obviously, Charizard EX is not weak to water, so that's an important reason why Charizard EX is strong. But they may be playing other fire Pokemon, right? Because it does like fire energy, in which case I'm liking that. The one thing which I've learned with going up against Charizard is you can get ahead of Charizard, but because its damage ramps up as you take prizes, you can find yourself very vulnerable. In fact, since I'm attacking with Chien-Pao, they can. All right, starting at Chien-Pao is not Battle VIP Pass. All right, so it's a solid. That's a nice hand, and have 2 more basics, which I probably toss both those down. Probably don't need Manaphy. So we'll see what happens here. I think I'm going second. I didn't really pay attention to that. So we will see what happens in a minute. Hopefully my opponent does something soon. Right? A lot of nothing happening at the moment. Okay, Vulpix and Torkoal. Alrighty. So they're going to have some fire Pokemon. Now, if they confuse me with Vulpix, right, I can't, it's not really a deck that loves to retreat. I do play the Skaters Park Stadium, so if that's in play, I can switch, but I can't evolve out of Chien-Pao. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I can't evolve out of the confused because Chien-Pao does not evolve. So we'll see. Hopefully I have the Pidgeot EX in deck, not prized. I'll find out shortly. So they play Miriam. I think Super Rod is generally better than Miriam just because you get to save your supporter for turn. But, sometimes Miriam has its advantages too. You do draw 3 cards with it as well as putting back Pokemon. And of course, you still can use an item after you Miriam, like Ultra Ball if you have it in hand, or if you draw into it. So there's arguments for Miriam depending on the deck. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, is this the exact basic Battle Pass? I think this is some modification of what's on the Battle Pass, right? All right, well, that's quite nice too. So I need you. What do we have here? So I'm going to want Rare Candy's nice. Chien-Pao, Baxcalibur, all very good. So I want Pidgey. I think I want Radiant Greninja. I think my bench is safe. We'll find out, right? Grab 2 energies. Boom, boom. I don't need to play those cards before Radiant Greninja. I don't think there's any advantage to that. So, okay, so I'm not. Do I want to play another Chien-Pao? Maybe I will. I think I can. That way, if I get roped, I can send up the other Chien-Pao. I kind of like that. Okay. And I attach my energy for turn. I have Ultra Ball. I have Rare Candy, so I can get the so Pel Pepper. So they grab a supporter. We'll see what they grab. It's a nice hand. I hope they don't Iono me, but of course they may wish to. Probably Iono or Research. I would imagine they're grabbing. I have a decent sized hand, so they might want to Iono me. My hand stays the same size, I think. But, I don't know. When someone has 6 cards in hand, is a random 6 better than the 6 they have? Tricky to decide that. So, I didn't see the card. They are supposed to reveal it. I guess, maybe they took it from the discard, and it doesn't say reveal it if it's from the discard. So, all right, getting some basic Pokemon into play. So I'm only going to need to discard 1 energy to get the knockout here. That's quite nice. They haven't started getting the Charizards down yet. So Oricorio, which reduce... okay. That's okay. All right, so they... Oh, no, I did see the Pidgeot EX, right? So there is the one, the stage 1... that doesn't get knocked out, I think, right? So let me grab 2 energy here first, just partly to thin the deck. I need the energy anyway. What's the energy situation here? 1 in it. So I'll play this because I do want to get the Pidgeot EX, but let's see what I get. All right, Iono's not. All right, so I want to... What do I want to get rid of? I'll get rid of Chien-Pao. And should I get rid of Baxcalibur? And I will get rid of Baxcalibur. I'm going to get rid of those 2 guys. Grab the Pidgeot EX. I have another Rare Candy right in deck. I'll just double check that. I can't imagine I don't. But Rare Candy, Pidgeot. And then I can grab a Rare Candy with him. Get the Baxcalibur. So it's setting up pretty nicely for me. I could... Radiant Greninja is actually pretty nice with this matchup, too. Would I want to do that? I mean, I could take out the 2 Charizards or something. Or Choreo. Maybe. No, I don't have what I need for that. I don't have the energies to make that happen, right? So that's okay. So I'll just sit on this hand, I think. Can they knock me out? I'm just going to discard the energy from the act. I was just trying to think, where do I want to leave my energy at the end of this turn? Do I want to... Maybe I want to Iono, though. I wouldn't mind Ionoing, would I? I'm going to Iono. Just get some new cards here. I could have grabbed it. No, I already... All right, so that's not bad. The problem is, I was thinking, should I attach the energy, which in some ways is really good to do. Question is, where should I attach it? Maybe I should have done it to Radiant Greninja, because I think I want to use Radiant Greninja at some point in this game. I probably should have Baxcalibur, put it accelerated 1 to Radiant Greninja. That would have been probably the smart play there. And then maybe I could grab Cross Switcher this turn. I could use Radiant Greninja. See, and the nice thing is, as I'm thinking through, I haven't played this deck a ton, so like I can then access Superior Energy Retrieval with the Pidgeot also. It's 280 HP, so it's not easy to knock out my Pidgeot EX. And honestly, if say they bossed up my Pidgeot EX, which I'd be sad about, I will be, but that means they've left my Chien-Pao with 2 energies already attached. And I still have Baxcalibur, and I still have Radiant Greninja. So I'm actually pretty well set up. So I might want a Pidgeot EX for Cross Switcher. Maybe I take out the Torkoal and a Charmander. Could take out both Charmanders. I could take out the Oricorio. You know, those are all options I have here. Let's see what they're grabbing. So okay, so yeah. So the game gets tougher, right? Do they have the pieces? So do they have the rare candy? That's the question. I need to find that out. Do they have rare candy? If they don't have rare candy, I'm targeting both Charmanders. That's the goal. Plain and simple. I'll leave the Torkoal. I'll take out. All right, so that is great for me. Okay, so let me play Hisuian Heavy Ball first. Okay, just a couple energies. All right, there. Certainly I'll grab my energies. Don't want to attack. I don't want to attack with him at all. I want to grab. All right, so out of energies. So I'm going to need to recover some energies too. And that's okay. I mean, I can grab that too. So, all right, so what do I want to leave in the active? Maybe I'll leave the Oricorio in the active. I'm trying to think. I want to. All right, so let me grab. And that Pokemon, do I want? I need to grab something here, right? I'll grab a Lumineon V. I don't know if I'm going to want him, but you know he's kind of nice to have, right? So I'm going to want to. I'll grab this Oricorio. Going to send up Radiant Greninja. Still haven't grabbed a card this turn either, which is very nice, right? So I definitely don't want to waste. This is kind of embarrassing. I don't actually need to use Pidgeot EX this turn, right? So that's just insane, right? Just insane. So I want this next turn, so I will grab this. And I will just attack, right? Take out you two. So, you know, they did partly make the mistake of they revealed, you know, when you reveal what you want to do before you can actually do it, it's not good, right? Like once they grabbed the 2 Charizard EXs, it was like, well, the Charmanders, I have to target that, right? Before I was like, well, what would I do? I could have gusted up a Torkoal and maybe knocked out one Charmander or something. But once I know they have a Charizard in hand, I have to take it out. And of course, they didn't have rare candy, so maybe they needed to play Jock. They needed those cards eventually, so I guess it makes sense. But because they tipped their plan, I was able to take them out. So not good for them, I would say. Let's see what they're doing here. I'm just in a great position here, right? And because Iono's in the game, and Pidgeot EX means, hey, you can put me down even eventually to a one card hand. You know, when I draw another card, I have 2 cards, but you know what? I have access to any one card with Pidgeot EX still, so it's super good, right? The question is, with a 1/1 line of Pidgeot EX, is that enough, right? Do I hit it enough? And I think I do. I think I do. But you could argue, obviously, it's so good you want to put a 2-2 line in. So, I mean, that's fine. I'll get rid of a Chien-Pao. The Chien-Pao without energy, so that was an easy decision there. I saw some more cards, of course, but, you know, I mean, I'm not worried about that either, to be honest. So I'm going to want to retreat. Or, you know what? I think, you know what? They played another Charizard, so, I mean, Charmander. I want to take him out. So now I want to Superior Energy Retrieval. I have a bunch of energy there, right? So I will I have 2 Battle VIP passes. You're no good to me. So grab back 4 full energy. I'll start accelerating some of these energies around. It's going to stop there. Again, I don't know where I want these other energies, right? So I think. So I'm going to just take 2 prizes, get them down to 1 prize. Seems like what I want to do. Don't want to Iono. Don't. Let's see. Do I want to get another Pokemon back, maybe? I will wait. I mean, that's a nice play, too. I'm going to grab Cross Switcher, because that may give me game. I'm just I could accelerate energy someplace. I guess I should, right? I guess I should. So let me put 2 more on Chien-Pao. So I can just do big. Maybe I should have spread it out. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to take out the active and the bench guy, because that just stops my opponent from doing anything. It went 90 and then it said plus 90. It's kind of funny the way that graphic was, if you noticed it. You drag 90 to the active and then it puts another 90 on it instead of putting the 180 on it, which obviously is really what's happening, right? The way it displays it. Now the question is it, as long as the result is all correct, that's all right. I don't think, at this point, I can just hard retreat, send up Chien-Pao. I can grab any 1 card I want from deck. I mean, can they one-shot my Chien-Pao? That's the problem I would have. That would cause me a lot of trouble. I'll acknowledge that. If they did that and Iono, if they had like Cross Switcher and Iono, maybe there's nothing else in their deck to grab, but grabbing that card just doesn't get you anywhere, right? So I'm just going to retreat and take the knockout, right? Or not. All right, tell you what, I got double Cross Switcher, so I might as well use it, right? I'll take out the guy with the energy, which is obviously the smart play. So I just need, 1 energy? But I'll get rid of 2. No, actually, I do need 2, right? 1 energy does 120, which is not enough. So I got rid of 2, which was the proper amount. So there we go. Obviously, my opponent was weak to me. It wasn't always the strongest moves, I don't think, with these games, but you did see the deck set up. You can't take that away from these games, right? This deck set up super well. 4 Iridas, 4 rare candies. Wow, a 1/1 line just does it, right? I mean, a 1/1 Pidgeot EX, yeah. 4 Iridas. Where's the Irida? 4 Iridas. Yeah. 4 rare candies. Boom. Pidgeot EX evolved. Turn 2. Get 1 card every turn the rest of the game that you need. Because Chien-Pao starts to struggle at some point. It's super strong, but you need the right pieces. And that's where it falters. And I think with Pidgeot EX, right, Chien-Pao can take it to the next level. Give this deck a try. It really is quite solid. Take care.